Open your head, take a glance. Don't be scared, I'm right here, even though.
Okay, boys and girls, this is Wings Rule coming right at you with another video. So today I thought it would be a good idea for me to maybe take the time to kind of break down some of the heroes. We're going to get started on the rare heroes. We're just going to break all the rare ones down right now. Just do them all in one clump. And then each day I'm going to like to go through each one of the epic heroes, give you some details on their usefulness and where they sit in the pecking order, so to speak, as far as their essentialness, or it's essential for some, but others not so much. But at the same time, not everybody has access to all the heroes, so it's probably good for me to break down each one of the epic heroes because I have seen a lot of people with level 180, 190 great Savage Chiefs, which are rather useless as a whole, but again, not everybody has access to the max heroes, the best epic heroes on the game. So anyways, well, like I was saying, we're going to go through these heroes. We're going to give some details on what they do, and if they're important later in the game. So just real quick, right before we get going here, I just want to let you know, for people that are just starting out, it's obvious that these heroes here aren't going to really be useful because, I mean, they are giving them to you every 2 hours, one of them for free. But on that note, you are given immediately Crackshot when you begin the game, and this fella right here, Headhunter. So I mean, ultimately, Headhunter is the better hero, strength and HP wise. Obviously, you can see, and he also has aid skill. So Crackshot is my hero that I built in the beginning. That's how I started mine. And as you can tell, I've evolved a lot since then. So, but Crackshot, see, the reason that she's a very good hero is maybe not so much about her attack or her HP, but it's this. It's the sharpshooters right here. Um, this is the strategy that all beginners should be using. Okay, we've got a couple of different strategies. I'd like to go over those later, but Crackshot, keep her when you're beginning. Use her because she is going to carry the sharpshooter mercenaries. And then, okay, so let's move into the rare, and then we'll go back to the sharpshooter idea, the concept right there. Okay, so we got Hercules. Hercules is pretty high HP. I don't find him to be overly useful. He does have some good qualities. Again, he's using executioner mercenaries. He honestly, once you get into the game, you're not going to use them for anything. But at the beginning, it does seem to be very easy to get Blockhead, and Blockhead is a great hero to have with Hercules hand in hand, given that Hercules has a fairly high attack. I mean, high as among the rare creatures here. I think he's the highest. Yeah, he's the highest. So, I mean, essentially, if you have to have a rare guy, that's the guy you want, and you do get them for free. So, yeah, and with the executioners and the blockhead, if you have blockhead, blockhead activates all the executioners all together when he activates his personal skill. So, I mean, Hercules is a pass. If you have to have one, he would be one of the ones that you might want to have. Shining Wizard. Again, we're talking about rare heroes, and they're easy to get, and they're easy to want to dump and fuse into other heroes. But at the same time, you know what? It's very important for each one of your main heroes to have two aids, which is also very important to work on your hero halls to get them up to level 5 so that you have the capability of carrying two aids for each hero. Because those aids will increase each hero's HP and attack depending on which aid slot you're placing your aids in. So, yeah, you know what? Shining Wizard is a good hero. She's using wizards There is a specific strategy that bases around wizards. The problem with wizards is you only any hero that carries wizards is only capable of carrying 15 without perks. So it's a little lower than the sharpshooter, but their attack is definitely far higher than the sharpshooter. But their HP is low as well. So it's give and take. Okay, we will break down the specific strategies later. But yeah, Shining Wizard also another strong one to have. She is a quick 3-second shot hero as well, so you don't get the duration cooldown and activation of mercenaries as like you would with some of the other heroes that we're going to go through right now. So Dragon Rider, she is good for Colossal Drakes. She's good because she has flying heroes. They're dragons. They don't have to go through walls. They can carry up to 25 once they get to a specific level. I believe it's 80. Once your hero gets to 80, you'll have maxed out your mercenary capability or capacity at 25. And then you can add your perks with your hero talents. So she is good. As you can see here, she does aid the Colossal Drakes. She increases their attacks. Specifically, as you level up her skill, it will go from 63 to anywhere. I don't know what it maxes out as. I don't really use that, but it is a strong strategy if you have Aerolite and Sapphrix and Mechanoid, some of the aerial attacking heroes. I don't use that strategy at the moment. It's not for the fact that I don't like it. It's just it's not fitting into the way I design my heroes. So Exo Kid, I don't really find him to be particularly useful. He does have a high HP. In the beginning, he will work as your tank. Nothing wrong with that. You don't really have much of a choice because, as I said, these ones are free. So if you want a tank, Exo Kid's the guy. Ox Warrior, very strong. Very high HP mercenaries as well, but again, we're going down to 15 mercenaries. So you're sitting in a position where you've got lower mercenaries, but they last longer and they do more damage, but they do it at a slower rate. So, and Exo Kid does damage reduction for the hero and his warriors for 15 seconds, but that's just for whatever hero he's aiding for. So later in the game, his usefulness is pretty much nil. Okay, so now we're looking into my boy Pyro Pete. Obviously, I am holding strong to Pyro Pete. I am using him on a day-to-day basis in Battle Royal. I did build up my hero base around him. My strategy was Sharpshooter, and he is the beast for sharpshooters. He is by bar none, he is the best rare hero you can get. Now, he increases the attack and the attack rate for the hero and their sharpshooters. Beast right there. Okay, so all, the sharpshooters will all increase their attack when he activates his skill. Savage, okay? Sharpshooters are a very strong attack strategy. I would consider it to be the strongest in the game. Arcane Warlock, again, similar to Pyro Pete. Sharpshooters are her mercenary of choice. She's more of a healing hero as far as the rare heroes go. She heals. I don't particularly think that she's overly good, but she will get the job done if you're looking to sort of round out your attack with a tank or two attackers and one healer. If you don't have epics, this would be the one to go with for healing. Obviously, there is no others. Now we're looking at Armored Villain. Okay, so I've never been a real big fan of the Warrior and Mercenary. Armored Villain is pretty strong in attack, pretty high in HP, faster attack rate. Warrior Mercenaries are good because they go quick, they attack quickly, and so This is another one that he increases attack and he reduces the amount of damage that the hero takes and their warriors. So solid. I mean, in the beginning, that is a solid strategy. If you can get your hands on it, if you happen to come across that type of hero base that's getting given to you a lot, it would be something to incorporate. But like I said, sharpshooters are the best way to build up your repertoire and your portfolio as far as how well you are going to do in future later on in the game, because there's so many different things you have to be able to do. Um, what's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, so sharpshooters are where it's at, but warriors will get the job done. There are a lot of main epic heroes that use warriors. There is no specific epic hero that activates all the warriors. Um, the I don't know what to say. Headhunter is all right. I don't feel he's a 3 second shooter. He doesn't do a whole lot. He is good because it's the first guy that they give you, so usually everybody builds him up right away. But not usable in the future. Okay, he increases. He deals a smack of attack, and that's just about it. There is no, there's no cooldown. There's no nothing. So, like I said, he's not useful later on. However, in the beginning, you use what you got and what you're given. So, um, I'm not a fan of Robin Hood. She looks cool. She got a wicked little Robin Hood thing going on, and like the sword and the Wily Foxes, Willy Foxes. I don't know how you say that, but I mean honestly, the foxes are good for resource raiding. If you're just looking to zip in and zip out, having some foxes is a really good idea. Because they do double damage on any resource building, whether it's a collector or a storage. So they can zip through that stuff pretty quick if you've got them maxed out, the hero maxed out for what the mercenaries that they can carry with them. So basically, that's it right there. That's cut and dry. That's in a nutshell your rare heroes. If you have and when you get Pyro Pete, do not discard him because he's a rare and he's not an epic, and a lot of people just dump him. I am a level 76. I am in the top 50 in the arena, and I am I'm number 2 in my continent. And I use Pyro Pete every single arena attack I do, or not arena. My apologies. Every single battle royal I do, I use Pyro Pete. So that just goes to show you. And my Pyro Pete is not very high. My Pyro Pete is level 100. Yes, 101. But he's pretty beefed up, and his aid skill is it's savage right there. It increases the attack of the sharpshooter mercenaries by 50%. So if you've got him on someone like Chiron, absolutely sick. Okay, Chiron's aids add 484 attack, and you put Pyro Pete on there, add an extra 50%, so you're looking at somewhere around 600 attack just for the sharpshooters, and the mercenaries are 30 as I'm carrying because of my hero talents, and my aid that my aid is Demon Slayer. So we're getting into way more than we need to do. Okay, so I just want to do a quick. I'm going to switch over to one of my earlier accounts. It's more of a money-free account. The only thing I do is I buy the dual package every month. So, but this account is probably it's going to be easier for me to just show you just how important Pyro Pete is to your attack strategy as a sharpshooter. So, this is my Drag Ninja account. This is probably the first that we've seen it. But this is, yeah, so we're going to zip into here. We're going to click on some bases here to figure out what's what. Okay, that's my Pyro Pete. Alright, so let's zip back here. I've got some fusions to do here. So let's go there. Yes. Okay, so we're increasing the Pyro-Pete. Again, I use Pyro-Pete consistently with this account as well, but I've just recently picked up a nasty little addition to it. It's a fully maxed out Pyro-Pete, so we are going to use this fella. And there you go. So now, Pyro-Pete is there. So we do not have Chiron on our base, so what we would like to do is find Chiron and place him on the pad and then take a look at his mercenaries cold. Alright, so I don't know where he is. Here we go. Okay, this is getting to be a little longer video than I wanted, but okay, so this is what we do. We're going to place Chiron on the base. We're going to take a look at his mercenaries right off the bat. Okay, so this is him. This is him without any aids. Okay, so that is Chiron. Now we're going to check out what he actually looks like. Bare bone. Okay, so 42,000 attack or HP and 3,600 attack. Okay, mercenaries are 199 attack and 2,046 HP. Now, so let's add in Pyro-Pete. So we're just going to get into Pyro-Pete today. We're not getting into any of the other epics that will help with Chiron. Okay, so we're going to drop all of this. We're going to go back on the base. We're going to add Pyro-Pete as an aid to Chiron. Okay, so remember that was 202 for, or 199 for ATK and 2,000 for HP. So let's look at Chiron again and have a look and see what that's done to the attack. So that went from 202 to 289, just like that. And those are level 23 mercenaries, so they're not maxing any way. They're not even at half at this point. So there you go. That just increased, just by having him as the aid, just increased the sharpshooters by 87 attack. You multiply that by 25 different heroes. I think you're looking in somewhere in the vicinity of about 200-300 extra ATK every attack. Okay, so that's pretty solid. That's what Pyro-Pete does for your mercenary, for the mercenaries of the heroes that he's aiding. So he is useful later in the game. Okay, so maybe we should have a look at an actual battle royal attack quick and see if we have him in our formation. Okay, so he was there. We just moved him and now replaced it. So there's Pyro-Pete. Yeah, and he has Rene Van as his aide. So let's take a look at what happens when we go in with the sharpshooters beefed up, so to speak. As far as sharpshooters can be, that is just about as beefy as it gets. So we're going to try and zip around this base real quick. It's a little tougher with the sharpshooters when you're going after a boss in the middle of the base, because they do take some serious damage getting into the middle of the base. But for now, we will do what we got to do, get through these. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the sharpshooters are just basically just zipping around the base, they're wiping out all the structures, and now they're working on Pangali. Yeah, with that, go. Wasn't paying attention. You see how quickly that happens. So now, with a level 51, I'm doing pretty good damage on Hero's Rest, main boss. But I'm using, again, the sharpshooter strategy. I have 3 heroes using sharpshooters. I have Landslide, trying to draw some of the attention from the rest of my heroes and their mercenaries from Pangali. Like to see us get 3 million on this one, maybe more. It's not that hard to do it. It's just there's a lot going on here. trying to do a video, trying to talk, trying to pay attention. Yeah, I'm starving, so yeah. Anyways, if we can get 3 million, that'll be all right. I'd rather have, I've done much better, but sharpshooters are OP. They are just, yeah, they go on cruise control. Let's just drop this spell here just for craps and giggles. Try and activate all of these guys. There we go. Got those ones on the left too. So as you can see, we're going to break 3 million pretty easily. Pango is pretty strong, obviously, compared to these sharpshooters. But yeah, when you see the mercenaries are the only ones left, it tells you something. And these wizards are doing a little bit of damage. Also, those sharpshooters are going pretty well. Buck wild on it. So that is, in a nutshell, that is your sharpshooter strategy. Just very quick and painlessly. A little breakdown on your rare heroes. So as I said, every day I would like to go through each one of the heroes, starting with the first hero, which would be Savage Chief. So hopefully tomorrow, I am not too tired to do this video, but yeah. So this is so I've gotten 3.39 million. I never got into this guy until he was in the middle of the base, so kind of got stuck trying to get my sharpshooters inside, which is difficult. But it is really easy to do some damage on the outside. So this is Wings Rule signing out. We'll talk to you guys another day. All right, peace.
Open your head, take a glass, don't be scared.